The month of Ramadan in 2013 lasts from the 10th day of the 7th month to the 8th day of the 8th month of the Islamic calendar. When the crescent moon is in sight, the most harmonious and sacred period of time has come for the Muslims. Muslims' fasting lasts from dawn to sunset. The fasting rituals are almost the same in different places, but the time to start and finish varies from day to day. Kashgar, located in the southwestern part of Xinjiang, is home to many Uyghur people, as well as 30 other ethnic groups, including the Han, Hui, Tajik, and Kazakh. The total population of the Kashgar prefecture is 4.15 million, of which over 3.5 million are Muslims. Like Muslims from other parts of the world, Muslims in Kashgar will embrace the Ramadan when a crescent new moon can be seen. A community mosque imam, some village households in suburban Kashgar, and a ceramic artist and his son. How are these Muslims going to spend the 30 unusual days and nights fasting with strong religious faith? At 5 a.m. Beijing time, or about 3 a.m. in Kashgar, Haji Abdullah Masoom has already gotten up and finished washing up. He starts to enjoy the first breakfast on the first day of Ramadan. For the next 17 hours, he will refrain from consuming any food or drink.
18 saat davomlashadi bizning imomlik qildi turmushimiz u jamoatning ba'zi ishg'ini bo'l degandek. Atgan saarda 3 turib 4 kicha atganlik nashtani qilamiz ham so'g'irliq deyildi. Andin 4:30da masjid kelib bomdod namozini 5:30 o'qib
Haji Abdullah Masoom is the owner of a small shop, and he also conducts prayers in a small mosque in the old Kashgar city.
And 8dan hozir 20-18 o'tganda tamoq yeyish vaqti bo'ladi kech tarafda. Bu tamoqni yeymiz, yana 1 soat o'tadi oraliqda. Masjid kelib oyatdan xutdan o'qiymiz, xutdan keyin tarovih namozini o'qib, 10:30 o'yga bag'ich 11 bo'ladi.
To Haji Abdullah Masoom, Ramadan is a real challenge both physically and mentally, and the trial has just begun. When the first ray of sunlight shines on the Eidgah Mosque Square in the old Kashgar city, the nearby Kashgar village is still immersed in silence. After the morning prayer, most of the people who practice fasting will go to bed to resist the sensation of hunger and thirst and save physical strength. Therefore, the whole village is found to have fallen asleep again. Exceptions are made for people who continue to work during Ramadan. Ahmad Mamsawat and his 2 brothers own a small roadside restaurant in the Kashgar village. Their regular customers are workers in the nearby construction sites and drivers passing by. As people working outdoors don't practice fasting, the restaurant is still open to provide food for them during Ramadan.
Sultanımızda ben tamak yediğalık kolaylık olsun, işleydiğalık hoşça çıkamızsın deyip dükkanı açtım. Hem yerde etmeden işleydiğalık, maşine yediğalık Ramazan tutamaydı yolda. Şoförler.
The restaurant owned by the Ahmad brothers enjoys a booming business, but their father does not seem to be happy. The 82-year-old Imam Sawat Ismay had his gallbladder removed a year ago and cannot follow the annual observance this year. His sons are too occupied with the restaurant business to have time for fasting. Afflicted with diabetes, his wife cannot practice fasting either. His daughters-in-law are either pregnant or breastfeeding, and his grandchildren are still too young for the whole month observance. Therefore, nobody in the family practices Ramadan fasting this year, which makes the elderly man rather upset. Abdullah, Imam Sawat Ismay's nephew living on the same street, is well known for his handmade leather caps. Many businessmen from the Grand Bazaar in Kashgar order his caps, and he can earn 30 yuan for each cap he makes. But he has to change his production plan during Ramadan.
Ramza tuttum deb mana ishni Ramza vaqtidan farqi shu. Son jihatdan farqi da sifat boshqa jihatda hech qanday farq etmaydi.
Abdullah is willing to reduce his production because he views Ramadan and the business in a very different way from his cousins who own the restaurant.
Kim deb jilbi qilgan Ramzan ekan, 30 kun Ramzanni tutdik. Ishni qildik. Bu Ramzan tutib, ma ish ta'sir ko'rsatgan ish yo'q. Ya salomatligimiz yaxshi o'tgan bo'lsa, Ramzan tutdik. Imam Sawat Ismay has been worrying for several days that nobody in his family will practice fasting this year. On the eve of Ramadan, he finally decides to fast alone. Having spent the whole morning sitting in meditation at home, he is now going to attend the second prayer of the day.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Ramadan influences almost everyone living in Kashgar. Zhu Mingjun, a Han Chinese and also a Kashgar native, witnesses the holy festival in his own way. As a photographer, he has captured many memorable moments of local Muslims' lives with his camera. Half a month has passed since the beginning of Ramadan. Zhu is going to the residential area on the high terrace to visit his Uyghur friend Umayyar Ali.
刚才我给你爸爸打电话了吗？爸爸，等一会儿来了，他知道啊，他知道。
Umayyar Ali is a ceramic artist. He has a pottery studio, a pottery shop, and a kiln, all in the yard of his own house. He is now out for the communal iftar in the community mosque and the fourth prayer of the day. Umayyar Ali's son, Mamat, is a grade 5 student in a Uyghur Chinese bilingual school in Kashgar.
Ramazan yetip geldi, işki aldınga, hoş kadek berzinit dersin, beşiginge, Allah'ım şersi Ramazan, hoş mübarek padişası Ramazan, Ramazan yetiptiken esirti ele, nurlar denizlerge kaptı, kız eğitili, Allah'ım şersi Ramazan, hoş mübarek padişası Ramazan.
The time for the iftar meal changes with the time of sunset. Now Umayyar Ali is having the communal iftar in the community mosque with other Muslims. After 17 hours of fasting, they can finally enjoy the good taste of water and food again. The residential area on the high terrace boasts a history of hundreds of years. In recent years, it has attracted a growing number of visitors, bringing substantial income to local residents. When Zhu Mingjun was about to leave, he met Umayyar Ali, who had just come back from prayer.
Hello.
During Ramadan, the old Kashgar city, which is often quiet in the day, becomes bustling after sunset. A huge crowd of Muslims flock to the food bazaar opposite the Idka Mosque Square, enjoying their dinner at food stands brimming with delicacies. In Kashgar village, Ramadan dinner is quite different. The villagers tend to invite friends and relatives to break their daily fast at home. Each family will take turns to host Ramadan dinner during the whole month. Today, it's Mubar Bayat's turn. According to custom, Ramadan dinner is not as simple as a normal dinner. At the very beginning, people can only have some water or naan bread, and then all the male Muslims go to the village mosque to do their fourth prayer of the day. Women pray to break their fast at home, and the Ramadan dinner starts after the men come back from the mosque.
Yempong bazarı çıkıp kaptıken ben bana ağzım koğurulup kılıp şimdi gep kemmey üzerine taşıyıp evde yetip maşin tolup eşik tutup maşinle yenip çirip
öte proses kıyğandan keyin hazır men salamat tizesek ketdi. Bozukmuş adetlik dikkat etsen. Mesela asan ezim bolğan suyuq, yerim suyuq tamaq yep birlar. Erkekne özü hajatdan chiqdi kalatda erkekne normal qilib bersa etiganda kechda jima bunda qiliq o'zira ko'tarib kalatda.
Just when other people gradually get used to fasting, Imam Sawud Ismay is sick.
Yazıklık var. Tabii.
Health problems forced Imam Sawud Ismay to give up fasting. After having only some water and naan bread for several days, he can't continue any longer and has to quit.
Ben Müslüman bo'lgandiki ro'za tutmasam bo'lamda. Qirg'andam ro'za tutib, Xudo ibodat qilib hamda
The copious iftar dinner last night left Mubar Bayat's family a busy morning to clean up. Mubar Bayat used to be a painting worker, but later he became allergic to oil paint. So he opened a shop to sell oil paints in the town. As his business was very slow during the month of Ramadan, he decided to give himself a long holiday to make fasting easier. The neighbor kids came to play with Mubar Bayat's children, and they shared the leftover pilaf. The fasting practice has nothing to do with the kids. It was the 15th day of Ramadan. Haji Abdullah Masoom has to follow the strict fasting routines and fulfill his duty as an imam. Meanwhile, he still has to take care of his shop business. Therefore, he even has to slow down his walking pace to conserve his energy. Masoom's shop is located beside the Idkah Mosque. Built in 1442, the mosque is the largest of its kind in China. In recent years, the government has spent heavily on its maintenance and repair. The latest repair began in 2010 and finished in the first half of 2013. Today, this mosque and the newly expanded Idkah Mosque Square can allow 40 to 50,000 Muslims to worship at the same time. Idkah Mosque is not only the spiritual center of Kashgar Prefecture, but also the business hub of the old Kashgar city. The unique geographical location makes Masoom's shop busy even during Ramadan. The goods sold in Masum's shop are all imported from Central Asian countries, and they are well liked by the local Muslims. But it is not easy for Masum to restock his inventory. He has to go to Urumqi himself, which is over 1,000 kilometers away, to deal with the suppliers. Some goods are out of stock. This makes Masum rather worried. As the imam of a mosque, he cannot travel far to restock them during Ramadan.
Olsa Ramazan-ı mübarekte seferge çıkmağımız yaxşı. Ve soğurluklarımız, yakımız, taraflarımız, ibadetlerimiz toluq urun diyanmay qalımız. Şoň ma'lum sebepler tüpeyden amal qılıp, bək zörür olmasa seferge çıkmayız.
Occupied with his business at the store, Haji Abdullah Masum couldn't go back to the community mosque on time for the third prayer of the day. So he went to the nearby Idkah Mosque instead. Today's prayer at the Idkah Mosque is hosted by the respectable Maula Haji Juma Tayyir.
Peygamber İslam özü Mekke'den Medine'ye hicret kılıp hicret kılgandan keyin Medine'de Yahudiler mu rozu tuttu. Yahudiler hoşur eydi rozu tuttu. Peygamber Aleyhisselam sizler nimetin rozu tuttular degan vaqtida biz Musa aleyhissalatu vesselam şu ayda Musa Aleyhisselam'ın kavmi rozu tutkan bizning ecdadlarımız rozu tutkan. Şunun için şu Musa Aleyhisselam'ın ve ecdadlarımızınki şu rozu tutkanlığa biz özü mutabat kılıp rozu tutmayız diye. Degende Peygamber Aleyhisselam ondan bolganda bu rozu tutuşqa bize ahkemmiz dep şu hoşur ayda evvel Peygamber Aleyhisselam ve ashablar şu hoşur ayda rozu tutkan. Keyin Peygamber Aleyhisselam hicret kılganның ikinci yılı andın resmi özü Ramazan ayda rozu tutuş Peygamber Aleyhisselam'ın ümmetine farz kılındı. Bu kuruluş ahvalini 2010 yılı özü
Mala Haji Juma Tayyir is already in his 90s and has witnessed the development of Islam on this land over the past half century.
Partiya hükümet bu Ramazan'a çek koymadı. Ramazan'ı özü tutudağalla özü özünün ihtiyarlık boyunca tutudu. Lekin mecburiyet mi yok? Çekleşme yok.
As Ramadan is approaching its end, the Eid al-Fitr, one of the most important Islamic festivals, is around the corner. Today, Umayyar Ali's studio will produce new pottery items from the kiln.
Bugün aslında yerde seyahat bölümleri her xil cümle bir iki xillam qalğan. Bugün xumdan chiqadiq, ham chiqamsak seyahatchilik kasallik aldığan bölümlerin türü qo'ymagandan keyin taz nima qilmaydi ekan deb bugün xumdan chiqasak.
Several groups of visitors were introduced by travel agencies to his studio, plus those who came by themselves, making his business boom.
Gen herhalde iş kılıp soğudumuz yaxşı. Çıkıp İbrahim'in koğa mal sattık.
The Eid al-Fitr is a good time for sales. Masoom does not want to miss the business opportunities. With the help of his daughter, a middle school student, he has found an import agency in Urumqi on the internet and has placed orders online. Today, the ordered goods have been delivered to the Kashgar airport.
Taraqqiyot tez bo'layotgandan keyin hozir molning turi sufati o'zgarib turdi ekan. Shahrimizga, viloyatimizdagi iste'molchilarga munosib keladigan mollardan bir turkum ma'ni sizlar avatib turinglar deb rasmiyatni o'tab qo'yib yenib kelma. Bular to'yin qilish orqali har xil to'yin bo'lib emasmi? Mol avatib turadigan shirkatlar vakolatda to'shib turadigan. Shular orqali bizga yetkazib berdi.
Although it is no longer necessary for Haji Abdullah Masoom to go to Urumqi, he is picturing a trip in his mind to a much more distant destination.
O'zimiz bevosita olsak va ham foyda jihatdanmi, ham xalqqa manfaat yetkazish va o'zimiz manfaat olishga nihoyatda muhim rol bor ekan. Shuni o'ylashib, biz shunga bir tayyorlik qilyapmiz. Faqat fursatda Alloh nasib qilsa.
After having ended the fast, Mam Sawat Ismay has gradually recovered. Tomorrow is the Eid al-Fitr. After finishing the farm work in the morning, his family began to have a bath to welcome the great celebrations. Mam Sawat Ismay is now in sound health. Tomorrow morning, he will go to the town by himself to attend the grand prayer event at the Idka Mosque.